Sometimes, the best part of being rich and fabulous is spending your money. In today's episode of The First Class Life, we look at 10 blokes that made it rain just a little too hard and wound up dreadfully broke. Number 10. Kim.com. At the height of his success, the Mega Upload founder was worth a staggering $200 million. But after a dramatic raid on his New Zealand compound, his net worth vanished. Kim currently spends his days in court fighting extradition to the United States and finding out exactly how liable he and his company are for over $500 million in alleged damages he's currently being charged for. Number 9. Scott Air. It often seems the better you are in sports, the worse you are with money, and Scott Air is no exception. Despite earning over $17 million through his professional baseball career, it's been reported that Mr. Air had only $13 left in his savings account after falling victim to an investment scam. Cheer up, Scott. There's always the dollar menu. Number 8. Johnny Unitas. Well, what do you know? Another professional athlete to add to the list. Johnny may have been feeling pretty lucky after making the equivalent of millions of dollars in the 1970s. But after all of his investments went bottom up, I bet he wasn't feeling so lucky after being forced to file for bankruptcy in 1991. Number 7. Björgolfur Gudmundsson. The former Icelandic billionaire was worth a cool $1.1 billion before the markets annihilated him during the credit crisis. Oh, and there was also the small issue of a suspected heavy involvement in a fraud and embezzlement scheme. But on paper, and without a Swiss bank account, Mr. Gudmundsson is legally broke. Number 6. Willie Nelson. I think we know one thing that wasn't always on Willie's mind: the IRS. Unfortunately, Mr. Nelson trusted the wrong people to manage his $17 million fortune, and in 1990, the country music all-star had all of his properties and bank accounts seized. Number 5. George Foreman. Wait, what? Another professional athlete? All right, okay, we'll give George a break. Because although he did manage to blow everything he earned as a champion boxer, he was able to earn it all back and then some. And we're talking a whopping $250 million for flipping burgers on TV. Not too shabby, Mr. Foreman. Not too shabby. Number 4. Sean Quinn. Once famously known as the richest man in all of Ireland with a net worth of $6.5 billion, Mr. Quinn is now even more well known for being over $4 billion in debt after a massive and very poorly timed investment on the eve of the 2008 financial crisis. Number 3. Alan Stanford. You could say that Alan Stanford's fall from grace was rather abrupt. Where most people just lose their fortune, Mr. Stanford is currently behind bars in a federal penitentiary, serving a 110-year sentence for defrauding investors out of more than $7 billion. Number 2. Jordan Belfort. This gentleman is famously known for being portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2013 smash hit movie The Wolf of Wall Street. Mr. Belfort earned more than $250 million a year during his early 20s by defrauding investors. Compared to Alan Stanford's 110-year prison sentence, Mr. Belfort got off easy with only a 2-year prison term and a forfeiture of every single dollar he had to his name. Topping off our list, we have MC Hammer at number 1. Known for his notoriously exuberant lifestyle, Mr. Hammer's inclusion on our list probably comes as less of a surprise than it would have been had he managed to hold on to his millions. After earning $33 million from his hit 90s album, MC purchased not 1, but 2 private helicopters for him and his posse. So it's not surprising that you can spend that fortune so fast.